Hi, my name is Aron Bedzina, and I would like to start off this selfie video by thanking Arts Council Malta and Undercurrent Gallery for giving me this opportunity to participate in this project. I'm very honored and look forward to meeting you all and the artists that I'll be collaborating with. To start off with something personal, um, it is very strange, at least for me, to mention something personal rather than my art practice, especially when it comes to a project like this. Um, because I always thought that my practice is much more interesting than my personal life. But maybe there is not so much a big distinction from the two. Um, so in the question you've asked whether I would like to talk about the ritual of preparing tea or coffee, but I don't like tea. I prefer coffee, and when I'm not working, I prefer beer. So so I've ticked that box. Now, no, I lead quite a normal life, I guess. Um I tend to do jobs when I'm not doing art projects. Like for instance, at this moment, I'm working on a movie, and I'm working in the costume department and working on costume breakdown. So I'll be painting and making costumes look worn and torn and used. But I also work in the film industry as doing props and construction. So, and that is like a part-time job that I do. Um, yeah, when I don't have art projects or when I need the money. So that is that forms part of my life. I also practice jiu-jitsu, and try to keep active by training, jogging, and exercising. So that is also part of my personal life. Um, yeah, whatever I do, I try to keep my sketchbook close to me because I think that I work. My main medium uh, are ideas, but I manifest them in sculpture and installation. Um, so I have quite a conflict to um, to define my practice, but since I produce physical objects, I think the most easy term to use is a sculptor or an installation artist, even though the work tends to be fairly conceptual. Um, I think it's easier for a lot of reasons that I call myself a sculptor or an installation artist, but it doesn't really matter. I think what matters the most is that I produce work. Um, I've been quite active recently, and this year is quite promising. I have quite a lot of projects in Malta, also public works. So, so that's also exciting for me. Um, um, the reason I applied for this residency is is mainly because I'm interested in experiencing different institutions, different places, as I've done so far. I've mostly traveled in Europe for my residencies, um, and what comes out of the experience is probably idiosyncratic to the place or to the space I'm in during the residency. Therefore, this would be a very interesting project because physically I'll still be here in Malta. And however, with this collaboration, I'll have a taste of New York or a slice, and hopefully that could manifest in the project. I think of myself as quite nomadic in the sense of my studio. I work in a small room in this house. I produce mainly sculpture. However, when I need to produce larger works, I always find a way to find new spaces and new materials. I think that's part of my job, to be resourceful and find new ways to creating work. Because all I really need are the ideas, and then the material and tools always come along. And that's how I've always worked with other residencies. But again, this is a virtual one, so I'm quite excited to see what materials and tools this digital medium produces for us. Um, I I think I'm quite practical in that sense. That is, when it comes to materials. I also always try to find solutions for the ideas and media I'm working with. So this would be quite exciting to solve and to resolve. Um, Obviously, the challenge would be to the idea of the collaboration, because um, artists rarely collaborate on one thing, and artists tend to do their own thing rather than share their ideas with others um, and produce and give birth to one sole object. But this is something that really excites me, and I think it's a good way to start a dialogue. So, with the sentence of starting a dialogue, I will finish mine. I look forward to your response and hope to see you soon. Thank you.